This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You're watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
So a couple of weeks ago, Eddie Hearn, Tyson Fury, they co-announced, if you like, that they have a deal for Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua for Undisputed, 50-50 split, 2-fight deal happening in the summer. The boxing world went brilliant. We get to see Fury Joshua, a fight that we all want to see, and for Undisputed, let's rock on. Now, sometimes I'm pretty sure that quite a few of you would have already realised that sometimes I will do a video that's quite a random one, but it's a way of self-therapy. I find it quite therapeutic. If something's on my mind, I'll do a video, upload it, then poof, it's gone, okay? And I will be relying on a lot of you guys and girls to drop your comments below in the comment section to either vilify what it is that I'm going to be saying here, or go, you know what, Sporting Icons, I think you've been a little bit paranoid here. Maybe you're reaching a bit, which would be great. Now, the thing is though, this has been on my mind for a couple of weeks, and I didn't really want to do a video on it because the last thing in the world I want to do is distract Dillian Whyte from his goal. His main goal right now is Alexander Povetkin. That's the only thing he should be thinking about. But for me, my mind, it does tend to wander, and I do tend to think about what's next. And when we look at it with Fury and Joshua, okay, they've signed this deal. Well, sorry, they haven't signed a deal, but they have a verbal agreement about this one, okay? And the whole Daniel Kinahan thing, I will be doing a separate video on it, so I am aware of it. But is it great? Yeah, of course it's great. Fury Joshua, of course. Two guys that ever since Joshua turned pro, people have been looking to say, wouldn't it be great to see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury? Now there's the carrot dangled with Undisputed. The boxing world goes, come on now. Awesome. Now, one of the things that's been niggling me a little bit is the fact that Eddie Hearn has reached out to Tyson Fury to get this agreement done. So should Tyson Fury get to this point and Anthony Joshua get to that point of the summer where they both still hold all the belts, there's your fight, Undisputed. Brilliant. Okay, now that's great. But one of the things that bothers me a little bit is that, has he reached out to Dillian Whyte? Has he reached out to Wilder? Now, I know the answers for this one because I have actually asked. But the thing is, though, is that why not? Why has Eddie Hearn, why have you not reached out to Dillian Whyte and offered him the same deal that you're offering Tyson Fury? Now, I can only look at this from a couple of points. Number one, Eddie Hearn doesn't think that Dillian Whyte's going to get past Povetkin and Tyson Fury. Is Dillian Whyte going to beat Povetkin? Well, he'll be the favourite. Is he the favourite against Tyson Fury? Well, we'll have to say no, he isn't the favourite. But listen, I'm very biased when it comes to Dillian Whyte. You guys know why. And if you guys were in my position, you would be too. But the thing is, though, is it's heavyweight boxing. There's no guarantees that Fury's going to beat Wilder. There's no guarantees he's going to beat Dillian Whyte. There's no guarantees Joshua's going to beat Pulev and he's going to beat Alexander Usyk ready for the summer. There's no guarantees with any of this. In fact, the future is not guaranteed with this whole pandemic that's been going on in the world. So, for me, I do see it as a little disrespectful for Eddie Hearn to not even reach out to Dillian. It's almost like he doesn't believe Dillian is going to get past Povetkin and Tyson Fury, or he doesn't particularly want Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua for Undisputed. What he wants is Joshua versus Fury for Undisputed and Joshua to get the win. His guy, his cash cow, his golden goose, whatever you want to call him. Fantastic champion, by the way. You all know that, Tim. I love AJ too. But Anthony Joshua, the dream for Eddie Hearn is for Anthony Joshua to become the first undisputed heavyweight world champion holding 4 belts. The last time was Lennox Lewis, but that was for 3 belts. The WBO wasn't a factor then. Now it is. So Anthony Joshua, if he was to win that one, his guy, Anthony Joshua, he's starting a new lineage, I suppose you could say in some ways. But this video isn't about who would win between Joshua and Fury. This is about why has he reached out to Fury and got all this deal and put out these announcements. Why hasn't he spoke to Dillian Whyte? Now, I'm sure if you asked Eddie Hearn, would you like to see Dillian Whyte, your guy, who fights on your network? Of course, it's a one-fight deal each time, but it's still your guy. Do you want Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua for Undisputed? Publicly, he'll go, yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. What a great fight that would be. And he's right, it would be a good fight. But I think most of us know Eddie Hearn by now. It's money. What's going to generate more money? Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua? That would generate a cracking load of amount of money. That wouldn't just be a big fight, that'd be a mega fight, especially Undisputed. And it's a rematch? Come on now, with the history that Joshua and Whyte have? Come on, that'd be absolutely mega. But Joshua Fury for Undisputed isn't just a mega fight, it's a colossal fight. Financially, 2-fight deal, Eddie Hearn is quiz in. Well, it's quiz in anyway, but you kind of get my point. So what's going to happen between now and then? Now, for him to not reach out to Dillian Whyte, as I said before, that's either a case of he is not confident Dillian Whyte's even going to get to that point, or he kind of doesn't want Dillian Whyte to get to that point. He wants Fury Joshua. Joshua, that's his guy, right? So which one is it? Why hasn't he reached out to Dillian Whyte? Why is he overlooking Dillian Whyte? What's going to happen along the way? Is somehow the judges not going to award Dillian Whyte a points decision over Povetkin or Fury? If, of course, those two fights go the distance. Now, don't get me wrong. If either Povetkin or Fury, if we're watching the fight and we say, yeah, you know what, Fury definitely won that fight, or Povetkin, Povetkin definitely won that fight, then yes, of course, they should be awarded the victory. But what if the public look at that and go, man, Dillian Whyte beat Povetkin. How come he didn't get the decision? Dillian Whyte, he beat Fury. How come he didn't get the decision? Now, this isn't about whether or not who you think would win. This is a scenario. Because there's so many screw-ups happening in boxing, and we've seen it quite a lot lately, to the point where I do worry about these kind of things, because I'll give you two examples. Ted Cheeseman and Scott Fitzgerald. I was there, front row and centre, watching that fight. And I'll tell you right now, Ted Cheeseman won that fight handedly won that fight. But they gave the British super welterweight title to Scott Fitzgerald. Why? Because Scott Fitzgerald is a more fan-friendly fighter. The fans will love to see Fitzgerald rematch Anthony Fowler and have the British title on the line. It's pretty damn obvious. It's all about the fans. That's what it is, as Frank Warren would say. Let's look at the other one, MTK Global. So far, in my opinion, they haven't really put a foot wrong until one night. The Golden Contract Tournament, the semi-final. O'Hara Davis, he gets through to the final. Great. Tyron McKenna, he loses to that French guy. What's his name? Is it like Mamoon or something? Anyway, Tyron McKenna, sorry, my mind's all over the place here. Tyron McKenna, he lost that fight. Badly lost that fight. But the public have been wanting to see O'Hara Davis versus Tyron McKenna for a little while. These guys have had some beef. You guys have seen all the pushing and the shoving in that before the tournament even started. That's what the public want to see. So what happens? Let's give Tyron McKenna the win when he didn't deserve it. Let's be real about it. And I like Tyron McKenna, but he didn't win that fight. But the public want to see O'Hara Davis, Tyron McKenna. So Tyron McKenna, he gets a gift decision. Is something going to happen along the lines? Let's just say, for argument's sake, Dillian Whyte, he goes to points with Povetkin. Is he going to get the decision? If he deserves to get the decision, is he going to get the decision? And you may say, well, why wouldn't he with Povetkin? Well, because if he doesn't, I'm pretty sure that there's a rematch clause in there. If there's not, shame on you, Eddie Hearn, for not having a rematch clause in there, because you never know what's going to happen. Well, sorry, Dillian, you know what? You lost that fight. You have to rematch him. So I guess you can't take on Tyson Fury next. Hey, AJ Fury, let's bring it on. We could look at it that way. Or we could look at it, Dillian Whyte, he beats Povetkin, fights Tyson Fury. Or Wilder, doesn't really matter, but for this instance, we'll say Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is one step away from fighting Anthony Joshua. Of course, if Joshua is getting past Pulev and Usyk. So what's going to happen? Again, there's a very good chance that fight could go the distance. Again, you may say, but Tyson Fury, he's a better boxer than Dillian and all this kind of stuff, and that's fine, that's your opinion. But what if we watch that one and we say, whoa, Dillian Whyte actually outboxed Tyson Fury, but doesn't get the decision. Why? Because they want Fury and Joshua. That's the fight that they want. So these kind of things, they kind of haunt my mind. I do kind of like, I carry these conspiracies in my mind, which is why I'm doing this video as a bit of therapy for myself. So like you guys can go, come on, man, you're overreacting here. But anyway, listen, I hope that I've made some kind of sense in this one. But for me, It's very simple. Eddie Hearn, why have you not reached out to Dillian Whyte and offered him the same deal? Why are you reaching out to Tyson Fury? Because that is presuming Tyson Fury is going to get past Wilder and Dillian Whyte. Is it not? Of course it is. Or maybe you don't really want Dillian Whyte to beat Fury. You want Joshua to be the one to beat Fury. Maybe I'm a little bit mad. Maybe a little bit paranoid. Quite possibly. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.